Rob Daniels here. Congratulations on the overtime win. Can we get your initial thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Wow, it just it seemed like it was 3 games in one. That was crazy. But in the first period, obviously we fell behind 3-0, and I didn't feel like we played that bad. We did spring some leaks. I felt particularly on a couple goals. We didn't do a good job with our forwards of blocking shots. Pucks were getting through, and then they were able to bang on some rebounds. I thought Noah fought the puck a little bit in the first. It was good to see him settle down, and as he settled down, the one thing I know we talked about between periods, though, we had to tighten up defensively. We had to do better shot blocking, but we were getting chances. We had a lot of really good looks. We just shot wide, or we didn't convert. But I wasn't as down probably as the guys were. I felt as though I was happy that we were getting chances. We just tightened some things up. We really had to work hard for our first goal. We get the 3-1. We had a good feeling. We were down. We were working. We did have a little bit of a hiccup, and all of a sudden, boom, they come down. It's 4-1. I give our guys a lot of credit, though. I thought the second goal was huge for us. Once it got to 4-2, now we're back in it. The guys are believing. So, anyways, hard-fought game. We had some guys cramping up. It was warm in the building. We had a good crowd, and it's obviously it's not warm outside, but it's warm for hockey, and so we did have some guys cramping up, but really good first win.
There's a bit of a stark contrast in terms of scoring when you're transitioning from those first two periods to the third period. What do you think was the key change going into that third period that tied up the game and went into overtime?
Wow, I don't know. I felt as though we were throughout the game getting good scoring chances. Now, it wasn't like Miami went into a shell either. They really generated some opportunities too, and I thought Noah stood tall, giving us a chance to come back. Pucks finally started going in for us, and then you could kind of feel what gets 4-2, 4-3. You could feel momentum working towards us. The matter was, can you tie it before before the third period was over? But truthfully, I thought Miami played very well the whole game, and I just thought Noah played exceedingly well in the third as we were gambling and trying to come back in that game.
How well, Bob, did you feel some of your youth kids played that were on the ice for the very first time?
Yeah, I thought we got a really good game. I thought Jack Messick played very well. Obviously, he scored a goal, but beyond that, I thought he had a really strong game. I thought, we got some good mileage out of Emerson Good and Dole, or not Dole, I'm sorry, yeah, Dole. And so I thought we did really good with, in those areas. And then I thought the play of Nick Hale was really good. The only issue with Nick is he cramped up in the third. I think right around the 12-minute mark. From that point on, we couldn't play him. And, and that's not his fault, but I thought he played very well. So those are the four guys that we inserted for the first time, and I thought they acquitted themselves very well.
Is tonight's example something you can remind your team of all season long? If they fall behind by 3 or ahead by 3, that, hey, it's not over?
Well, I thought that, we were able to kind of lean back on some times last year, too. We had some come-from-behind wins a year ago, and so I thought we were able to lean on that. But, yeah, I think getting a win like that, I think that'll stay in their minds. And it'll be another time we'll be down, 2, 3 goals going into the third. And, if they can remember, lean back and remember this experience, But regardless of whether we tied it up and won in overtime, I was appreciative of the efforts. I mean, even if we hadn't scored in the last 23 seconds to tie it, I feel like it wouldn't have taken away from their effort in terms of trying to come back.
Coach, as you mentioned, you've had some come from behind wins last year, but you also had some, opposition coming from behind and coming back and winning. To come out in your first game of the season, overcome a 3-goal deficit, and take a win against Miami, a physical, hard-fought team in overtime, what does that kind of say about this team coming into this season? It's early, but does that say anything at all?
Yeah, well, again, I thought we got good leadership in terms of no one panicked in between periods. We kept rolling out the same game. I didn't see us, when we fell behind by 3, I never felt like the guys were demoralized on the bench. Obviously, they're a little quiet. No one's happy or excited about being down 3. But, you know, I never felt like it was like, oh, no, or anything like that. I think they realized, too, we were getting some scoring chances. We were getting, you know, it was just a matter of putting a few of those in the net. So I thought our seniors and our older guys who have been through these kind of games before did a really good job of staying even-keeled. And I think there's a lesson to be learned, too. You know, there's going to be nights, and you alluded to it, where we're going to jump out to a lead, and you can't, you know, and I'm not saying Miami did, but, you know, it can go the other way, too. And hockey's a funny sport. So, you know, it was nice to win. There's a lot we could work on. I didn't think we did a very good job shot blocking. We took 2 penalties while we were on the power play. We don't want to see that. So the nice thing is we're going to be able to learn from some mistakes tonight without having a loss hung around our necks.
Before the Nudo's equalizer goal, what was being said, what was being preached to set that up?
I don't know. You're going to have to, Antonio's here. I'm going to let him answer that. You know, that was a big goal, though. I think, you know, we could feel, though, in that second period, we could have scored more than 1 goal there. We were buzzing. That was one of our better periods. And, you know, it was just kind of almost more of the same. We were creating chances, but we weren't finding a way to get those in the back of the net. And hats off to the guys. They stuck with it.
Well, thank you, Coach, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.